Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the Christopher Ward C1 Grand Malvern Power Reserve. This is a lovely surprise of a dress watch from Christopher Ward. I guess they've had a lot of nice dress watches. This one I just happen to like quite a bit. I think they did a really nice job. It combines a good style, a legible dial, a very suitably sized case for a lot of wrists, a nice in-house movement. It's probably the best bang for your buck in terms of movements at this price range when it comes to getting a nice in-house movement. When you look at the back of this watch and you see the movement, it clearly looks like a movement that you would find in many more expensive watches. At the least, it's very highly customized. This is the Christopher Ward SH21 automatic movement. What kind of irritates me a little bit is that the SH21 is a base movement, and they have a lot of different versions of it. There's time only, there's power reserve, there's a manually wound one. There's all these different versions of it, and they all are called the SH21. And I'm wondering, why don't they just give them slightly different names? Well, that's a question I'll have to answer another time. So the C1 Grand Malvern Power Reserve comes with 3 different dial colors. I like this one the most because of the contrast with the blue colored hour and minute hand. There's also a blue colored dial and I think a darker colored dial in addition to this sort of, it's a silvery one with a matte finish. It's a nice looking dial. I like the design of the 12 and 6 o'clock with the thin baton hour markers. Right here you have a really nice clever design. C for Christopher Ward is the design of the power reserve indicator. And so one of the great things about the SH21 movement, in addition to the fact that it's in-house and it's cool and it's big, is that it has a power reserve of 5 days. And so you have a power reserve there, and you see right there's a little blue arrow, and you just turn the crown a lot. You have to wind this movement quite a bit because, again, there are 2 barrels and there's a lot of stuff in there for 5 days. But that's okay. It's 5 days, and if you're wearing it all the time because it's an automatic, you won't be having to wind it like that so regularly. Different strap options. This is the lighter color brown leather strap. There's also a mesh metal Milanese strap option as well. This is sort of part of the Christopher Ward logo, which you see on the back of the strap. You see it as a pattern on the movement. It's on the crown, not on the dial, but it's interesting to see that level of branding. So let's put the watch on. Also, you can see the Christopher Ward signature there in the deployment buckle. I'm actually surprised. This is one of the few straps that I don't have to wear on the absolute smallest setting to fit on my wrist, which makes me feel good. So there it is. That's 40.5 millimeters wide in the polished steel case. Certainly dressy, classic. Goes without saying. There's a sort of, I don't even know the right word. There's a slight avant-garde quality to it. Christopher Ward says the design was inspired by Aston Martin cars, and I'm trying to ask myself, what does that mean exactly? Well, I think that there's sort of a slick refinement. It looks minimalized without and sort of elongated, makes it feel sort of fast and lean, which is probably the best way I would say it. Almost a little bit of an Art Deco-iness. This is a design we've seen in some of the other Christopher Ward watches where we've seen these sort of thin needle style hands in a case that has sort of these nice rounded edges and things like that. Very comfortable on the wrist. I like the strap design where the excess strap fits in very neatly on the inside there so you don't have this loose strap. Just an overall well-designed, refined case. If you're looking for a dress watch that has a slick character to it, that isn't something that everyone else has, that has a movement that you can be proud of, the C1 Grand Malvern Power Reserve is not at all a bad option, and I think they did a very nice job. Price is certainly attractive. This version on the strap costs $1,770, so that's well under $2,000. It goes up like $35 for the Milanese mesh metal bracelet. I don't know that I'm a big fan of mesh metal bracelets on a lot of watches. I definitely think that something like this on the strap is going to be a nicer option for me. And again, I really like this high legibility dial. I haven't seen the other two dials myself, but my guess would be that this is going to be the highest contrast dial, which means it's the most easy to read. You can see the full review of the Christopher Ward C1 Grand Malvern Power Reserve on aBlogtoWatch.